Hey, this is Mark Moore, aka Tuxedo Mark, in various places on the internet. It's 11:13 a.m. according to the computer clock on Monday, January 6th, 2014. And this is going to be my review of Afterlife with Archie number 2. Actually, this is a replacement copy. I had emailed them and requested it because it was like weeks past the release date and my copy still hadn't arrived. So I emailed them and they sent this out to me. I got it on December 17th. And then today the original copy arrived. Yeah, way overdue. It must have gone lost, like, I don't know, fell off a truck somewhere or whatever. But anyway, this is the second copy, which I got first. It's got a summary on the back. Got a picture of Sabrina and Salem, even though they're not in this issue. The front cover just kind of sets the mood. This scene doesn't actually occur within the comic itself. Basically, the comic takes place mostly in Lodge Manor, with a flashback to, you know, what was going on at the Halloween dance at Riverdale High, picking up, you know, at the end of the first issue. It's got a quote on at the beginning on the first page. It's from Veronica. This is her story. She's telling this to her father. But the thing is, it kind of breaks perspective like twice. At the beginning, there's a prologue. It shows Cheryl and Jason Blossom arriving to basically just crash the Halloween party. Cheryl and Jason Blossom, if you don't know, they were introduced in 1982 in like the October issue of Betty and Veronica, or Archie's Girls, Betty and Veronica. And they stayed around for about 2 years before they were quietly dropped. Cheryl basically interrupts the love triangle between Archie, Betty, and Veronica. She's basically Archie's third girl that he's torn between. But I guess she was viewed... This is the common view. I don't know if it's actually the truth, but the common idea of what happened was she was deemed too sexual and suggestive, so she was booted from the comics. Supposedly after like one person wrote in and complained about her. She was brought back in late 1994 at the end of the Love Showdown storyline, which was like a 4-part story that spanned the various titles. Archie doesn't have much continuity, but sometimes they try to build up a little something. So yes, Cheryl is, I think she's probably my favorite Archie comics character. But they really, this is so, wow. Cheryl and Jason are in the first 2 pages, and then the first 3 panels of the third page. And what they did here, the Blossom twins are incestuous. Yeah, Cheryl and Jason are totally sleeping with each other. I mean, it doesn't show them kissing or anything, but you know, Cheryl wants to claim Archie as her prize, and then Jason's like, if you're trying to make me jealous, Cheryl, bad idea. And Cheryl's like, settle down, Jace, think of me as a cat, and Archie Andrews as a ball of orange yarn. I love that line. A plaything, a passing fancy, at best a friend. Whereas you, brother dear, you are my family, and therefore forever. Wow. Yeah, this creeped out some of the fans, but yeah, wow. And then after the end prologue, then we get into the framing sequence where Veronica is telling her father what happened at the dance. Basically, Jughead showed up, and so is Mr. Weatherby and Miss Grundy, and then spoilers, honestly, if you don't want to know, just shut off the video. Jughead bites Ethel Muggs, who's like a kind of unattractive girl that's been chasing him. He infects her. Anyway, in between the wow. Oh, and it's cute. I didn't notice this before. Ethel was dressed as Snow White. Yeah, Disney Snow White. There's this cool scene at the end with after Jughead bites her that she drops the apple that she was carrying. Anyway, then there's an interlude that breaks away from Veronica and the others, and it goes to Pop Tate's, and Ginger Lopez and Nancy Harris, aka Nancy Woods, she has like 2 different last names, they're hanging out. And this comic puts them together as a couple. Kind of random and very unexpected, but kind of like it. Jughead's dad shows up at the chocolate shop. We don't see what happens. It cuts away right after Jughead's, zombified dad shows up. And then an interlude, and then it goes back to the flashback scene. So this comic kind of jumps all over the place. Basically, a bunch of kids end up fleeing the dance. They make their way through the woods, and they end up in Lodge Manor, which is basically a big fortress in this continuity. It's got like security cameras, it can go on lockdown, it's really awesome. At the end it says, next, one of these kids is already infected, but which one? Okay. Shows Kevin Keller in here. I don't recall if he's supposed to be one of the kids. Because of the artwork, sometimes I have trouble figuring out some of the minor characters, like, who's who. And at the end, there's an afterwards with Archie, the letters column. It's nice to see a letters column in an Archie comic, even though they're not really known for them historically, except for like the Dear Betty and Veronica type of things. And then from the vault, this is cool. It says that apparently the in some old file cabinet in Mamaroneck, New York, that I guess they're basically saying somewhere in Archie Comics headquarters, they found these old stories from the title Chilling Adventures in Sorcery. So they're reprinting these old stories that are originally from the 1970s. They're reprinting them at the end of the issues of Afterlife with Archie. And it's in black and white. I haven't read these stories yet, but it would be cool to read some, old, presumed lost horror comics. And then preview for issue 3. And then ad for the app. And that's it. That's Afterlife with Archie number 2. And yeah, definitely check it out. And it's 11:23 a.m. and that's it. Thanks for watching.